Hello, my divine, infinite human beings, your all that is, ever has been, and ever shall be. And I think you can see maybe over my shoulder, it's a temple of Juno. And I'm here today in Agrigento. And I'm relaxing because it's quite a climb walking around the Valley of the Kings. But I wanted to take this moment to talk to you a little bit about the New Earth. Now, I'm in Sicily, and actually Plato believed that Sicily was the New Earth. And many people left the Greek community when it started to deteriorate and had great hopes that Sicily would be the New Earth, and they started these independent communities. And I was just reading about the one I'm in right now, Agrigento, where they found a cistern of of water, and they were completely self-sufficient and independent, and living in this beautiful, beautiful paradise of abundance, which Sicily is. Now, it's really important to know our history, and not just our regular history, but also our hidden history, to understand that history keeps repeating itself. We have been in a time loop over and over and over again, and this desire to get away from the crumbling structures that we live within and move out and start a new society. Of course, even America was that, when the Europeans who fled, the tyranny and the feudal system, and the rich getting richer and the poor getting poorer. And now look what's happened to my country, America. So, and I was down in the Yucatan, where a lot of people are buying up tracts of land and creating these wonderful communities in the middle of the jungle. And they have high hopes, high visions. And I can see that if we don't shift internally, all right, first internally inside of us, and collapse the old artificial timelines, we will just repeat itself. And I saw that happen where I was. Like Playa del Carmen is just like America. It's full of corporations and 5G and all kinds of crap. So, we want to stop the cancer from spreading. And, there's always been people who have been disillusioned with society. They move out, and then the cancer, they bring their baggage with them, and it eventually comes, and it co-ops and hijacks the whole positive intention. So now we're finally in a cycle, an ascension cycle, where that external forces are being removed. The artificial AI time loops, the fallen architecture of the finite sacred geometry, which is not really the true geometry. It's an imprisoning daisy of death and tree of death. I'm talking about the artificial tree of life, which is the Tinkobala, which is not correct, in the flower of life, which people are using, which is imprisoning and keeping us looping in the same behavior. So we need to really learn the true architecture, the Kristalla architecture. We really need to free ourselves from the AI timelines, and that starts with internal work. It starts with shadow work. It starts with the journey of the hero, going deep within yourself, healing your inner traumas. Because I've seen it happen, and I'm not going to mention names, but I've seen it happen with people who work for the Guardians, and I've been in and out of very different communities, and they've had just a little bit of, they've had their own stuff that has opened up portals for them to be co-opted and moved just slightly off the mark. And that little tiny trajectory with time creates a huge schism and a huge deviation from the true 5D timeline and course that they were meant to take. And which I think is all good in time, because we don't want to start idolizing and deifying these people. I'm not going to mention their names, but they've been speakers, and I've been in, and the irony is that when you go into these spiritual, Christic type communities, there's more miasma, there's more fighting, there's more anger, there's more backstabbing than I've seen anywhere. And I've just been in kind of as an observer, weaving in and out. And if you don't know me, I'm Elizabeth Monroe. I'm the author of The Infinite Human, and I write about my own spiritual journey and leaving behind spiritual teachers in this guru-disciple paradigm. So a lot of people though nowadays, like in ancient times, are wanting to get away from the crumbling, decaying, greedy structures of the earth. They want to get away from the earth, and they want to create a new earth or a community outside of that, which is all well and good, but I say do not do that. Do not move into a new community until, first of all, you're totally in love and at peace with yourself and with being completely alone with yourself. And then if you feel like that, and you can go out into the world and go through a whole day without being triggered by one person, not even someone that cuts in front of you or gets upset with you for no reason. And then if you can do that, and you can go to your family and your friends and your current situation and all the things that you don't like about it and totally love it and be okay with that, then you're ready to move into a area where you can begin to start a new earth community. Because I have been involved in many new earth communities, just kind of on the periphery. And like I said, I went down to the Yucatan and I met many people who are building that. Sasha Stone was one of them, and I talked to him about it. And I can just see where that's going unless there's a course correction. So we really need to first start the new earth 5D inside of us so that we're completely at peace. We can go through a day without creating trauma, without being triggered, without having, problems. And we're ready then to co-create with Source when we're totally connected to Source within us. And through that connection with Source, we will co-create with others. All right, so I hope that helps. Ciao for now. From Agrigento, Sicily.